Hey everyone, and welcome to another Full of Germs review. I am Germs, and this is Stuber, directed by Michael Dowsey, I think that's how you say his name, and it is starring Kumail Nanjiani and Dave Bautista. So this is all about Stu, an Uber driver who just wants 5 stars. He wants to be a 5-star rated Uber driver till he comes across this hard-nosed cop named Vic, and they're on the case. So it becomes a buddy cop action comedy, whole bunch of craziness, borderline Lethal Weapon, you know, movie. And yeah, what did I think? Do I give it a 5-star review? I'll let you know right now with the good, the bad, and the rest. So, yeah, this one was an interesting one. I kind of dug the trailers. I love both of these guys. I saw Kumail live before too, and he's such a funny guy. I used to follow him when he had his podcast with his wife, the Indoor Kids, the video game podcast, and of course Bautista, back when he was in the WWE. So I dig them both, and it's such an unusual pairing, but yet it works so well here. So that's definitely the plus. The good with this movie is the humor and the chemistry between the two, and you can tell, like, outside of the movie too, like they've been hanging around and they seem buddy. You see them on Twitter and Instagram, like kind of talking to each other, and you can tell, like, yeah, these two get along so well, and they had a good time or a great time making this movie. So, and it shows up on screen like very well. Of course, like unlikely buddies working together, or unlikely people working together to solve this crime. And yeah, meanwhile, like, Bautista isn't the greatest actor. He definitely has the chops for the right moments, where he's just this hard-nosed cop and, kind of taking things too seriously and needs to lighten up. But he's just a cop, like, he knows what he knows, and that's beating people up and, not caring about anybody else. So that's just him in a nutshell. And Kumail's character, Stu, is just the doormat. And man, you can't help but feel bad for this guy, but yeah, but he's funny. Like, he is basically, his character is basically like him on stage, where he just says things and he points things out. And I love that, where you have to call out some of these ridiculous things, like, why did they have that? What is this? And it's just so funny with that. Like, I love when a movie just does that. Like, how does that make sense? It's like come on, you guys didn't just see that? It's like, oh, we did. Like, what the hell? And yeah, it's fun when they're very self-aware of what's going on. So the humor is really good. I was gonna say pretty good, but it's really good. I don't usually laugh in movies, and I had a good time with this one. I had a couple chuckles and a couple laugh out loud moments. I was like, ah! It was just a ball of fun with that. The action is actually done really well in this movie. I haven't seen Goon. This is director Michael Dow's. Like, he did that movie, but I've heard nothing but good things about it. So I can only imagine, the action in that movie, because it's a hockey movie, sort of, I guess. I haven't seen it, but from what I know, it's a hockey movie with Stifler, and I've heard good stuff. And even some of the side characters, like Betty Gilpin and Natalie Morales, who I recognize from Parks and Rec, and Abby's, I think, is that new show on NBC. She's usually very reliable as, the kind of either straight character or someone else that's kind of calling out, like, hey, this is what's going on in this world, what's happening. So those are some of the good. Now, the bad, real quick. I've said it before too, it's always little nitpicks. Like, I kind of want to get into the world and want to forget about, any of the very glaring omissions. But maybe it was the showing, but the sound wasn't all the way there. Sometimes they spoke too fast and I couldn't hear. It kind of reminded me of Popeye, where they're just like, oh, you know what I mean? Like, I couldn't hear. Like, again, maybe it was the theater or maybe it was the movie itself, but there are some moments like it's just like, huh, what? Couldn't catch that. A couple of plot holes in the movie, or a couple little errors that are very glaring, very like out there for me. But if you're willing to like forget about that and just like, hey, it's part of the joke, it's part of the story, you know, don't think about it too much. Because I mean, some ridiculous things happen in this movie, so you kind of just like take it for what it is. It kind of adds to the movie, so just forget about that. And two other things, the fact that some of the directions, like, I know that they're in the car, and I know that sometimes like they're in tight spots, but sometimes the camera's a little too close to them. Like, there's a couple of moments where all I see is like eyebrow and face, and that's it. It's like, just go, you know, pan just a little more back, just step just 1 foot, you know, back, and I think we'll be okay. But again, little tiny nitpicks, but that and the story may be a little too predictable for some. I kind of saw a couple things here and there that were gonna happen, but when it came to the humor, some of those things were the things that caught me out of nowhere. It's something that you've seen before, but they kind of spin it around, and with the two leads, you know, it's a nice change up from what you're used to or what you've known and with these kind of movies. And it's just an all-out fun movie. I know I've read some things already for some of the other what's it called, pre-screenings, and yes, the movie does not come out until July 12th, which I'm recording this ahead of time. I got to see it a couple weeks ahead, and yeah, some people say, you know, all these things about it, but me personally, I had a great time with it. Like, I would love to see it again, possibly own it on DVD, but yeah, if you're in the mood for something similar but not the same, a little different, and you enjoy these two actors and some of the side actors on the side, that's a lot of sides, then yes, I definitely recommend this movie to you. Go check it out. And maybe not the highest recommendation, but just enough that if you are curious, and I should mention too that the trailers do have a good portion of the jokes. I think I only saw one trailer and I was okay. So don't see too much, and you'll definitely be surprised. Also, be aware there will be a bit of violence because it's still a cop movie. So if you're not into a lot of blood or, you know, violence, then yeah, maybe step away from this one too. But if you are, hey, that's a plus. So that's essentially my review for the movie. I know it hasn't come out, but I'm sure maybe by the time you see this, what do you think? Are you excited to see this? Did you see it? What did you think? What are your favorite buddy cop movies? And yeah, just what do you think overall? Let me know. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and follow me on the Instagrams and all the things at Full of Germs. And take a look at all my other videos, please. They're there. They're there for you. It's all for you. And I will see you in the next video. See you later.